Ma- Yeah. So at least you need to try to show your screen and then explain me where you are trying to keep the things. Did you get what I'm telling? You're taking a blank process instead of RE framework. That's wrong, right?
Wrong way.
Yeah, you need to take RE framework template.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, right? I'm not sure about I never started with RG framework. I thought of starting with the
No, don't
sequences.
don't start with sequence. It will not help you.
This one, right? This is the
Yes.
template.
Yes, sir, we are working for the past 4 weeks on this. If you stay now that you are not sure on RE framework, then how it will work?
I'm not sure in the sense, I mean, we did it in this, I mean, a group like some, but that is the reason I'm saying. It's not that I'm not saying that I don't know anything, but I just want to try it. I already said you right. So,
Yeah, go ahead. Create an RE framework process. What are you trying to do?
no, I couldn't see that template again. Party symbol template.
The first one on the top. Use template.
Before this, we need to first enter the values into Excel file. Am I correct?
No, I just want the data, how it is retrieved, and how. I even don't want the code. I want just log messages or see, there is a comment activity. Such comment activity. Yeah. Go to process, process. Okay. Now I want team to start talking. If you're not going to talk, I'll stop the session right now.
Yeah, hi Abhijit. Go to process transaction state. Open the state. Process transaction.
You're right.
Yes.
So there are removed steps of the process here, right? So instead of that, write all the steps that you are going to write here in the process step. In the same way, write how you're going to take the values in the init and the first run. I want all the comments to be written.
Ajita, go to main. There, scroll down. General business. Click on general business. We have to go to general business here. No, no. Nearby main, beside main, you have general business. Yeah, click on that. Go to initiate, initialization. Click on it, the arrow, initialization arrow. Come down, little bit. No, not that. No, in the initialization, you have one arrow, right? Circle with arrow. Circle with arrow. Yeah, double click it. Yeah, go inside. You'll find first run. Yeah, if first run, read local config file. Config is nothing. Go inside. Yes, scroll down little.
Just add a comment out property and comment out activity and write what are the steps that you are going to do here.
You're right.
No, there in the init. Yeah, go to initialization. Yeah, double click. Comment out. Right click on it. Total. Select first run. No, no. Keep right click on that. You can find comment out.
And why do you want to
This
comment out that activity? I'm asking you to write steps using comment. Comment out will disable the activities.
Shall we place this comment activity?
Inside the first run, this circle symbol is there. Circle with plus. There you can add.
This activity. Write your comments. Not able to type. First initialize the fruit name. Connect. Am I correct or please?
I think we should get the user input, right? We should get the name from user, right?
We need to read the input from the user.
Yeah.
I want a unattended, so take input as a Excel file or some other file, or at least a transaction item. Don't take it as a input from a user.
Okay. Then read Excel file with fruit names.
After reading the Excel file that you
We have to iterate through all the records of the Excel file. Take one fruit at a time.
first we need to take the input, it has to read the Excel file and then the user input. After giving the user input, then only
No,
we will.
actually, Vajrang is asking we should not make it as attended. If we are taking user input means it will be like attended process. We need to create unattended process. Means bot has to automatically take one fruit from the Excel and it has to search in the API site. It has to extract the recipe with more ingredients of particular fruit. So
Is it correct?
But to get the recipe, we have to go to API, no?
this taste site also we can do. Taste.com.in.
Please write only the steps that you are going to do in first run, not everything.
From
So then in first attempt, we'll be reading the Excel file with fruit names. Am I right? First, it
Yeah.
only will come. in.
Remaining we can keep in the get transaction processed.
Yes.
Now we can here initialize the browser and all. Achita, can you write check initialize the browser option? It's working really slow.
Pardon, Akshita?
Initializing the browser taste.com. Now go to get transaction state. Not here.
No.
Go to get transaction data.xml. Open the file.
Pardon?
So, right here, get the first uh, item from.
So one more add-on, we need to have all the inputs in the transaction item in queues, not in Excel.
Okay.
We need to add items to the queue.
Now go to first first run, then add the items. Add another comment that reading the Excel file and adding the item to the queue.
Items missing. Adding items to the queue.
So now there is no need to mention any comment in get transaction data. It will pick the item from the queue. Now go to process. No need for get transaction. So here we will get the first transaction item from the queue. And just check the document. You just need to
Okay,
open the document each four requirements and just now we get the first transaction item, like suppose fruit name apple or orange. So now write the steps that after fetching the item, what we need to do. We got we got the first transaction item is apple. So now what further steps we need to do? So just write it as a comment.
after fetching the item,
Mm-hmm.
we need to store that particular recipe name in the next row and more ingredients recipe, more ingredients in the third column.
But how? Like all the steps, you need to write all the steps. Yeah, this one I can navigate to not copy it, but just comment use the command activity and write navigate to.
Here only, process.
Yes, in the process. From where will you fetch this non-featured recipes?
From the fruit name, in the initial step, we are giving, I mean, we are giving the input one, we are searching for one fruit name, right?
Where are you searching in it? In the website, right?
From the URL, from the website.
So first you need to navigate to URL, right? Yes, but like figure out how we can use the API here. API, like I gone through the document, API calling is done if the fruit is not available in the Excel.
Should go to API, right? Search in the API. Fruit does not
But
exist.
what is the condition? Like when are we searching in the API?
If the fruit is not exist in the taste.com URL, then it search for that user input in this API.
Okay, okay. You mention this also.
And that's a
Not
long
mention
process.
not mention everything in the
Guys,
critical document.
understand the process. See, there is a data table. Okay. The
Mhm.
data table will have all the information. When there is a new fruit request or new a fruit request comes in, we need to first check in the data table. If the fruit is not existing in the data table, then we need to make an API call. And after making an API call, if the fruit exists, then search in AU website, fruit website. If even if the fruit exists in the data table, directly go to AU and search in the fruit website. Then write the latest recipe. Simple.
But we are already adding the data table like in the queue. So it must be existing.
A data table that's shown in the document is like a
Mhm.
report
Mhm.
which is getting generated. So if I create a report now and if I make run the bot again, So I need not check back if it is a fruit or not. Why are we making a API call? We are trying to make an API call to make sure at least we have some results and making sure that I don't write book and I get try to get a recipe.
Hmm.
I don't write pen or pencil and I try to get a recipe that should fail. That's a business rule exception.
But what we are reading in the first run, like which Excel file?
A report that you will create. See, after uh, after taking all the recipes, you will write it in one Excel report, right?
Hmm.
The same report.
But and that doesn't contain, that contains only the fruit names, right? All the like apple, banana.
No, no, that should also contain the recipes in the
Okay, okay.
document that they didn't
Mhm.
give you the recipe. But if you see in the column names, we also have recipe, ingredients, recipe. We have it or not?
Yes. So in the queue, all the three columns will be added
No, no.
as transaction.
See, Q is
Mhm.
different. Q is completely different. Take Q as a different input file altogether. Okay. So the same Excel file that you are reading or maintaining recipes is not for Q.
Okay, okay. There I was confused. We are adding the same Excel file, then what is the need for API?
Okay. Give me the access. I have fired 1 minute, so let me clear it out. So, yep, I'm sharing my
Vajra,
screen.
please record the session.
It's
Pallavi
already
will.
getting recorded. It's
Okay.
already getting.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. No, I understood that your people are not working it out. Where is PDD? Is this the PDD?
Yes, that's actually.
Okay. Now, if you see in this particular steps as this process to be okay. So what exactly is written over here? Prompt a user for a fruit. That's the as process. But nowhere it is said that whatever table that we are having is an input. Okay. If fruit exists in the table, so there is always a table or a report or a database, which is the Excel CSV that you are maintaining. We need to check if the name is available in the table. If the table contains the data or the fruit name, then search it in the taste.au. So this just means that that is actually a fruit that we are working on. If the table doesn't have a data, then make an API call to check if it is a fruit or not. If it is a fruit, then again go back to taste.au.com and fetch the recipes. And finally, compare the recipes and store the results. Where do you need to store the result? In the same table that you are using to find. Okay. Store ingredients in Excel file you have written. And here read the Excel file you have written. So user input is completely a different input. It's not the same.
But we are not taking these input, right?
So if you're not taking user input, just change it as read transaction item. The transaction item should be filled from a different place, or should be filled from a different Excel file, or should be filled from a different input. That's not a
Yeah,
report.
that's why I'm asking that
Hmm.
if you are reading the same Excel file and adding it to the queue, then what is the need? Yeah, now I got the point that we have a separate Excel file with the fruit names,
Yes,
and we are checking each transaction item with the Excel file like having fruit name, recipe, and ingredients.
that you already have the information from.
Mhm. Yeah, now I got it.
Okay, thank you so much for today, and I'm stopping the recording. See, you need to work. There is no other way. Even if I go ahead within 5 minutes, I can complete this, but you will never get it. Go ahead, place that code in the RE framework. Only then you will get to know. So I'll be disconnecting, but it's your job to make sure Ajita commits her code into GitHub. Okay, I'm stopping the recording.